Hey guys, remember Ewoks?
Ewoks were all right. I never had a problem with Ewoks.
Yeah. Like, the first time I watched Star Wars when I was, 12 or 13, Ewoks were the fucking shit. I wanted to change my name to Ewok. I'm serious.
Ewok Legend.
I remember Battle for Endor.
Yeah. Okay, see, the thing is that I remember going through this, and before the prequels came out, everybody hated fucking Return of the Jedi. Hated it.
You're right.
That's because you're a person that hates everything, and all your friends are
I'm
too.
I'm actually going to corroborate this. People were always like, "Oh, Jedi sucks," and you know why? Because fucking Kevin Smith made Clerks, where somebody said, "All Jedi has is a bunch of Muppets," and people, "Yeah, Clerks is cool. Fuck Jedi."
Okay, Colin? What's your favorite episode?
I think Return of the Jedi is the best one.
My episode 4 is still my favorite. I love it.
New Hope?
Yes. New Hope, because it's one contained story. It has a beginning, middle, and end in one movie. I love it.
It's tough for me. I love Empire because of the battle at Hoth.
Yeah.
But then fucking speeder
My
bikes.
favorite was the voyage home.
I like the one with was that the one with the whales? I like that one.
Yeah.
That was the whales.
Double dumbass on you.
Still funny. I love it.
Still, I think the hell I was talking to your whale is also another one of my favorites.
Hello, computer.
Hello, computer.
My dad still says, I think he's using your color.
Yay!
So much good stuff came out of that one.
It was a very quotable Star Trek.
What's your prediction for the fight then? Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
Conan, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women.
You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
I ain't got time to bleed.
I feel the need for speed.
You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns, and those who dig. You dig.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
It's all in the reflexes.
Jon Hates Movies presents Bro-vember.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
You're either with us or bro-against us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jon Hates Movies, the movie review podcast where my friends prevent me from mastering my cooler foo and instead force me to watch movies. This week we have with us Eric Largent.
Tally-ho, Colin.
We have Colin McMillan.
You're too stupid to have a good time.
We have Jamie Donaldson.
A polar bear fell on me.
Whoops.
Complete sound effects. And we have with us James Barrup.
God damn it, you think I'd have something for this?
Well, I spilled my beer during Jamie's hello, so I guess maybe I can do else for years.
James, why don't you give that classic Swayze line? Fuck you!
You know what's
Jesus Christ.
funny, when we were watching this, I was thinking that there actually are some quotes in here, and now I literally watched this today, and now I can't remember any of the quotes.
Oh, I've got some written down.
I got some written down too.
we got to that point in the movie, and Jessica and I were both just sort of like, he is not clever.
And let me just finish off the introductions. I am your host, John Barrup, and today, do we have a special treat for you? It is perhaps the most Brovember movie we have
Swayze!
ever watched. There is even a point where two men say, "I love you." It is the movie Roadhouse.
Yeah.
The description of this is a brawny bouncer. Well, actually, this is from Netflix. Who the hell writes these anyway? Submissions. A brawny bouncer and expert martial artist is hired to police a rowdy bar in the Midwest. He falls for a local girl, which angers her ex-boyfriend. Because that's the plot.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
and part of the whole story was that Swayze wasn't brawny.
No.
Like, he was cut, but like everybody was like, I thought you'd be bigger.
This is just
yeah.
terrible description. Terrible.
If this movie starred The Rock, maybe you could say he was brawny.
Oh,
also,
Roadhouse remake.
Maybe you want to mention the part about the local crime lord that has the town in a stranglehold of fear. Maybe, just maybe.
That just wouldn't be the Netflix way.
No, we're just calling him an ex-boyfriend.
Yep.
God damn it! I remember my line now.
An ex-boyfriend of no particular distinction.
Yep. Starring Patrick Swayze, Kelly Lynch, Sam Elliott, and directed by Rowdy Harrington.
That's right, dude.
I like your style, dude.
Like your style, dude. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes
the bear eats you.
Well, he eats you.
It bugs me I can't get that low.
Fucking love Samuel.
We're gonna start this off like we typically do, where the person who picked the movie gets to do the review first, which would be Eric in this case. But I wanted to mention something here before we actually get started. I do not understand why Roadhouse is not on everybody's go-to 80s movies list.
I know.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Oh my god.
So we'll revisit that, I'm sure, many times throughout this episode. So, Eric, take us away.
Well, so, like, didn't we, like, at some point we watched a different movie with Sam Elliott in it, right?
Tombstone.
Yeah, that's right, Tombstone. And somebody mentioned that Sam Elliott grew out his mustache so that he wouldn't be as much of, like, a sex symbol. And all of us were like, what the hell? No way. Except in this movie, Sam Elliott's fucking good looking.
Ridiculously sexy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You're like, holy shit, that's Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott, the quintessential cowboy, or your cool uncle, or your mom's boyfriend, or something.
Yeah, he's the guy that's your dad now.
Yes. And you're too scared to fuck with him.
Okay, well, boys, I wrote some notes. So the first note just says Swayze.
Yeah.
The next note says, P.S. Oh, this isn't what the note says, but like I was all in for this movie. I had no idea what to expect. I hadn't seen it at all before. I think this is maybe even the first Patrick Swayze movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like, I think maybe I've seen a bit of Ghost, but like that's about it. So anyway, the next one says, "Hey, look, it's Locke's dad from Lost, the guy that owns the Double Deuce." Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Next note. I'm pretty sure you can't go into the DMV and just say Swayze handed me the keys as proof of ownership. like remember, like at the beginning of the movie, Swayze just like handed the keys to the guy and said, like, "Yeah, it's yours." And like that guy can't okay, but he drives around in Swayze's car and the cops pull him over. He's going to fucking jail because the title and license and registration says Swayze.
Yeah, I bet he's got the pink slip in the glove box.
Fuck that. Next note is the Double Deuce is exactly what I thought all bars were like as a kid. Like as like a young kid growing up like in a very conservative household where like swearing and beer are really bad. The Double Deuce is what I thought like all nightlife was. Like people
Maybe you
just
did see this movie and you forgot.
Well, like people like swinging on each other and boobs and and throwing beers and all that kind of stuff everywhere. Like that's
Isn't
exactly.
I mean, everywhere I've ever gone to, right?
Oh God.
Well, then I guess you're Patrick Swayze. The next note is
What?
next note is the furniture budget in the Double Deuce must be murder.
Yeah.
Like every day they're bringing in new chairs and tables. Next note, okay, Swayze is really cool as fuck in this movie. Next note, okay. Over under. All right. Over under Swayze's belt relative to his navel. I'm taking the over.
Yep, over. The whole time, I don't think you ever see his belly button in the movie.
No, you do, and it looks weird.
You do, it's weird.
When he's laying down on the roof with the girl, and he's got a weird.
He has a weird belly button. There's a reason you're not supposed to see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is. It's weird. Next note: hot rod flex scene. So in the movie, the Andy Samberg movie, Hot Rod, he 100% mirrored the choreographed Swayze flexing down by the lake scene. And
the Tai Chi?
Yes, whatever he was doing. Okay. And it was wonderful. Next note, and I was drinking while I was writing these, because you can tell because the next note just says, LOL, you chicken dick. I think somebody called another guy a chicken dick in this movie.
Yep.
Wouldn't doubt it.
The next note is the most quotable line from this movie, and it is, pain don't hurt.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That's why this movie is the king of Brovember.
Pain don't hurt.
Although the first person I ever heard to quote that, thinking it was absolutely hilarious repeatedly, was my mom.
Is your mom a big Swayze fan?
Hilarious. My mom is a huge Swayze fan, and she loves Roadhouse. And
what?
This
is not a girl movie.
No, but she loves it.
Or whatever.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
No. I mean, this is not a girl movie. You get to see Patrick Swayze's butt. I mean, this is a movie for everyone.
Women are treated like objects in this movie.
Yeah, but
that's never been a concern of my mother's.
Okay.
Love you, Mom.
I think if it's got Swayze, girls are on board.
You know what?
For sure.
Yeah.
Swayze's ass and his abs, and he's acting cool and Swayze. Next note is, okay, driving a monster truck to the bar is either the coolest thing ever or the lamest.
Those guys lamest.
Yeah, I think they were sort of rolling the dice on that one throughout this movie.
Oh my God.
Next note, did the nurse get a spray tan between the hospital and now? Did they have spray tan in the 80s? Did she make the dress out of tablecloth? We need the truth.
These are all valid questions.
Did they have spray tan in the 80s?
They must have.
If not, she fucking invented it.
I mean, that was either that or like she just like rubbed coffee grounds on herself like all day or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if it was around in the 80s, but it definitely came from the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm with Jamie on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I'm enjoying this movie way more than I thought I would. Like, I thought this was going to be like a hard watch. I really did. Even though I picked it, I thought it was going to be a tough watch, and it wasn't. I was thoroughly thoroughly entertained. LOL, Sam Elliott is even LOL, like Sam Elliott is even the slightest bit shook by this pool cue swinging bitch. There's a guy that like rolls up on Sam Elliott with a pool cue and swinging it around like he's some kind of karate dude. And Sam Elliott ain't having any of that.
No.
Dude, boobs, karate, and monster trucks.
Yep.
14-year-old Eric is all in for this movie. Like, I should have seen this movie fucking 16 years ago. Yeah. Because, like...
It would be your favorite movie now.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Imagine 14-year-old Eric having seen this movie instead of Star Wars. Like, what would have happened? Like
oh, wow.
Like, think about that. Think about if, like, this...
A butterfly flaps his wings.
Like, think about how different things could be if in the 90s, I was like, man, I want to be Patrick Swayze and not Han Solo or Luke Skywalker or fucking Ponda Baba or whatever.
Ponda Baba, shut up.
Colin, that one was for you.
Shut the fuck up.
Colin knows who Ponda Baba is, too. Hey, Colin.
Hey, what?
What's a Jawa's favorite vegetable?
Favorite vegetable?
Zucchini!
That's terrible.
I can't believe I got it. I never heard that one before.
I can't believe I've never heard that one before.
I thought it up while I was at Meyer the other day.
Eric original. It's delightful.
Zucchini.
No, okay, man, that's so good.
Okay, next note. I'm starting to think this movie might be reveling in how cheesy great it is, just like The Fast and the Furious.
It has to be aware.
I think this movie was self-aware. Like
I
don't think movies were self-aware in the 80s.
I think this one was.
I don't know.
There were self-aware movies. This was not.
It wouldn't be Swayze if it was self-aware. It would have been like I don't know. It would have been somebody.
He always delivers his heart and soul to every performance.
I mean, he really did give it all. That's for sure.
In on this movie. It's not even.
Next note says, Jackie Treehorn treats objects like women, man.
That's what that was. Oh, man. Jackie Treehorn treats objects like women, man.
Isn't this so weird how...
This movie, the dude.
Yeah. Well, just... It's so weird how both movies just so work with each other. How both movies can use lines from both movies.
Like this is like the prequel to The Big Lebowski.
Kind of is.
This is the unofficial prequel to The Big Lebowski.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Next note just says, "Holy shit, Swayze just killed that dude." Next
throat rip.
Yeah, man, that was nuts.
Yeah, when he fucking tore his throat out.
Yeah, he ripped his fucking throat out.
That was gnarly. Next note says, "R.I.P. Sam E. You're my favorite dude ever."
Yeah.
He was cool, and that sucked that he died. And the final note just says, "Okay, so is Swayze just going to kill everyone else? That's not very nice." It's like Swayze becomes a horror movie villain at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
he does. He just like shows up in the house and he's like, "All right, I'm stealth and I'm gonna kill everybody else in the fucking house." He should, like, this became like a really violent, bloody movie at the end, and Swayze killed everybody.
Yeah, he becomes Michael Myers at the end.
Yeah. So final, closing arguments on Roadhouse. Boobs. All right. So one word, boobs. They put boobs into this movie when they didn't even need to be. There was a scene where Swayze's talking shit to some dudes at the bar trying to kick him out, and for no reason, a girl just gets up on stage and takes her top off. There are okay, so I'm not going to say that I didn't enjoy it because I like boobs. They're nice. They're very nice. But, they just put them in the movie.
Boobs everywhere.
They just put them in. They just tossed them into the movie. At the very beginning of the movie, you have a dude, doing some pretty gratuitous fondling, and it's the exchange turns out pretty funny because the guy's like, "Aren't you gonna pay the $20?" and he's like, "I don't have $20." And then it's a big fight. It was kind of funny.
It's such a fucking punchline.
Yeah.
But this movie is it has no ego, no super ego. It is all id. There's nothing under the surface of this movie whatsoever. And if I don't know, you have to turn your brain off to love it, but I turned my brain off and watched it and liked it a lot. So that's my take on Roadhouse. Who's up next?
That's a good question. Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Okay. Can I? Who does?
James wants it.
By all means, James, go for it.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Go, James, go.
Whoa!
Oh, the line.
Whoa!
What?
Man, that was huge.
You took my bit. You took my bit. I had one. I was saving it. Well, fuck it. I'm cracking
you're
it
talking
now.
about opening cracking beers?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had a beer right now. A beer sounded so good earlier today. No joke.
What did you just crack?
This.
I cracked it.
Oh, you bastard.
The line I was gonna say in my introduction was, "I'm really important. I'm the best. J.C. Penney's is coming here because of me." Oh God! All right, so Roadhouse. Let me just get out right in front and say this movie sucks. This movie's terrible.
I didn't see that.
I see where you're coming from. I just disagree.
So like this. All right. First off, one of the first things I'll say. I mean, I'll get back and defend that point later. But so like this movie, obviously, it spent a lot of money, and it spent a lot of money. You can tell on actually getting real music rights, because we've watched a lot of '80s movies this recently. And most of the time, like even in the movies you would think would have like genuine music, like fucking Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, they don't. This has real music by real fucking musicians who were really popular at the time it came out. Despite that, there is not a single like I love 80s music. There's not a single fucking song I like.
It's because it's
really?
boogie blues. It's not like fucking hair metal. Like you have to
right.
like. It's ZZ Top. It's not Judas Priest. Like, it's the difference.
ZZ Top is good. We don't even have any ZZ Top in this fucking movie.
Yeah, but it's like ZZ Top.
It's all fucking awful. This movie is to 80s action movies what Def Leppard is to 80s hair metal.
The definitive version of it?
James will now murder Eric.
Pour some sugar on me when you need
Yeah.
Stick it sweet from my head to my feet.
This movie is like the fucking this movie is a movie of a generation, your dad's generation. It is
not my dad's generation.
You know how you have like that fucking gym teacher or social studies teacher who might also be the same person, who has, you find out at like the school talent show he has a band with like his kids or like his drinking buddies. Jesus. And he gets up there and he plays like the lamest fucking George Thorogood song you could, or like fucking Riders on the Storm. This movie reminded me of that. Like this guy growing up thought Roadhouse was the coolest fucking movie ever and did not think anything ironic about it whatsoever. Like he didn't enjoy
No, it was self-aware,
ironically.
man. I'm telling you, self-aware.
It was not. This movie did not realize how fucking stuck in the time and how incredibly like, oh my God, everything about it was just, it was so fucking dorky because it was so cool at the time. It's so dorky now.
yes, it is. Absolutely. This is really dorky now, but it's
saying
fun.
That it's an awful movie. It is so fun to watch.
Hey.
It's awful, but it is fun. But my God, like the shit, like the throat ripping. I thought that was, I did not expect to fucking see that in Roadhouse. I thought that came from like a Seagal or a Van Damme movie. I didn't expect to see Swayze ripping people's throats out.
Yeah.
They fucking straight up ripped that shit off in MacGruber.
Yeah.
I'm good at
this
two
is a
things,
highly
fucking building
parody
shit
movie.
and ripping throats.
This movie is widely open to parody. Like there's a lot you can dig into and parody in this movie.
All right, so yeah, let me go from the beginning here. We got the Double Deuce, and it's fucking honestly, when he walks in the Double Deuce the first time, and he's doing his Gordon Ramsay thing, where he's just like, "I'm gonna watch it the first day," right?
I actually thought that this, like, I was like, dude, Swayze is like Gordon Ramsay.
What?
He's doing the Ramsay now. No, he is doing
You guys are
Gordon Ramsay.
You guys are fucked.
No, I'm dead serious. James, tell us why.
The Ramsay method, you observe the first day, just without interfering, just to see what sort of situation he got. And that's exactly what he did. And then the next day, he starts making some real changes, real suggestions and all that stuff, turning the place around, you know?
And
hiring some new people, telling
Fuck
people
you, I
when
know how to make a souffle. He doesn't need to tell me how to make a souffle. I know how to make a souffle. Fuck him.
And a bunch of people show up in Roadhouse. They, like, actually line out the door because Swayze's there and he's going to make some changes. Just like in the Gordon Ramsay fucking show.
Which is the most unbelievable part of this fucking movie, that people will come to a bar because a bouncer's there.
But
No,
he
I'm
killed
telling
a
you.
guy one time.
Yeah, Secret World. There's a whole thing.
Secret world of elite bouncers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking ridiculous.
It's a thing.
That's what all the bars. That's what all the bars were like in the '80s. You had to get a good bouncer if you wanted to go to a decent bar.
Exactly, and in the '80s, if we had like real big cable in the '80s and reality television show, there would be Patrick Swayze would be Gordon Ramsay.
Either way, the double
show.
Yeah.
If anybody who makes shows is listening, I would watch the Roadhouse show.
Like the cooler.
Yeah.
But you need Patrick Swayze, or like if you don't have somebody that is as
well, they're not
fucking
gonna get
hologram.
Swayze.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Like, but I'm saying, like, if you don't have somebody that is as cool as Swayze on that show, don't even fucking talk to me, okay? Like,
But
you can,
who's
because
as
I've
cool
already
as
seen-
Swayze though?
Well, that's the challenge.
I don't know that world, Eric. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Is like this. You'd have to find a hell of a guy.
Yeah,
Because we've already seen that show with fucking Swayze, and how do you top that? The only way you can defeat a Swayze is with another Swayze.
That's true. That's completely true.
Yeah, and I'm not
Sorry,
really
James,
plugged
sorry.
into the world of
Like Swayze twin? Or?
Yeah.
elite bouncers. Anyway, the Double Deuce, honestly, when it's like fucking wild and crazy, that's a cooler bar. That's the kind of bar I want to go to more than the bar that Swayze turned it into.
What?
Like, I mean, it's
James,
just
you
better.
want to get you would get your shit knocked out if you go to the original Double Deuce.
Yeah,
like
but-
you know that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, at least I'd see some shit. Honestly, okay, yeah, I'll go into it now. The owner of the Double Deuce, like his ultimate plan for the Double Deuce was to basically turn it into a fucking Fuddruckers. Now, seriously,
Yes.
this unironically, they had a budget. They could have done anything with this bar. In the 80s, it's not like they didn't know how to make a movie with a cool bar in it. They purposefully made a Fuddruckers to be the cool alternative to the Double Deuce.
Oh boy.
The whole thing was a shill by Brad Wesley all along.
I love Fuddruckers.
No, you don't. You're thinking of a different place.
No, I'm not. I think I like them.
There's no
I've gone to Fuddruckers. I liked it.
butt fuckers. Honestly, there's no way to make fucking red polos with tucked in khakis cool. Like,
I remember liking their burgers, I think.
yeah, well, you know,
Swayze.
you like Jimmy Buffett's cheeseburger in Paradise too. So
I'd
Let's not get
never
into
liked
that.
it. You know what, James?
You love it.
The gong is about to catch up with James pretty soon.
Only 'cause he said that.
shit. Like, okay, when I was watching this, I was very much watching this in like an MST3K mindset. So, like, you know, I'll make some jokes, and if I never saw the Retrax version, so if, like, you know, if I happen to use some jokes that they had used, then that's just my genius shining through.
Thanks for the heads
up. Yes, thank you for clearing that up.
That's a comparison that will never be drawn.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. So the one bartender, he gets fired for fucking a girl on the job.
Yeah.
That honestly seems...
I thought he was one of the bouncers.
That seems like too harsh. I mean, the other guys, like, yeah, I get it. Kind of deserve to be fired, but for sleeping with a girl on a job, and he was on his break. So, like, what's the deal? I mean, like, at my job, breaks are about 15 minutes.
It's also implied that girl was underage.
What? Oh.
Was it?
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
When she was going in,
the
guy said, this is a Sears credit card.
Yeah.
And he says, it's fine. She can come in.
I did not make that connection.
Oh, I didn't catch that at all.
So that could be 2 strikes, you know, letting her in without ID and...
Well, and pretty much everything,
you know, fucking
everything you see in this movie is, like, I don't think there's a scene without Swayze, so what you see, he sees. So, yeah.
There is no fucking in the Fuddruckers bathroom.
I'm on my break. As I have a 15-minute break, that leaves like 7 minutes left for a cigarette.
You smoke fast.
Half a cigarette. Oh, man. So, like, all right, yeah, when he goes to gets his place, like, as soon as he pulls in the driveway, oh my god, that guy, he shows up. He shows up on screen, and I'm like, oh my god, who the fuck is this stereotype? Like, this walking stereotype. And then I realized he's redneck Santa Claus.
Yeah!
Emmett. When his house blows up, you see he's in, like, a red onesie. Like,
yep. Just like Santa Claus on fucking New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve.
He's like, don't worry about it. I'm going down a lot of chimneys.
We don't know.
Is that a euphemism?
It better be.
Yeah, when Swayze's doing his chai tea.
I fucked guys like you in prison.
God, that line. A lot of Leighton.
Did it remind anybody of Happy Gilmore?
I told you, this movie's quotable.
Like, I used to eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. You eat pieces of shit
like,
for breakfast?
Dude, that's
like Swayze should have said, like, you used to fuck guys in prison.
Right.
Well, I don't think that was the problem. Like, he was okay with fucking dudes. Like,
he's very progressive.
Yo, and Swayze's doing his Tai Chi by the lakeside. You'll notice Santa Claus is like wiping Santa Claus was getting really sweaty during that scene. It's like wiping the sweat off his brow, and I'm just like, ooh, somebody's getting a lot of presents for Christmas this year.
Somebody's getting a lot of presents this year.
Oh my gosh!
Me so I don't have to use my grabber.
When anything blew up in this movie or was set fire to, it exploded like nothing in the world should have.
Like in The Simpsons. Stuff that explodes that really shouldn't.
Yeah, Red's just like, my grenade collection. No, everybody had a grenade collection in this movie.
Yep.
Red is plausible. Like, he has a lot of oil and flammable stuff inside of the thing, but
I thought it was
the old
safe
dude's
to
house,
keep my grenade collection next to my oily rags and broken Bunsen burners.
But also, like, Swayze's car toward the end when he launches his Mercedes, that explodes into a ball of fire.
That was a good old-fashioned car explosion.
I expected it to catch the other cars on fire next to it and see them explode as well. The gratuitous monster truck car crushing scene. It would have been better in the Double Deuce parking lot, but they had to crush new cars, so it had a better effect, I guess.
Because he's just that evil.
Yeah. Because he's got to start doing some inexplicably evil shit that makes no sense.
Yeah. The easy woman in this much more attractive than the girl that Swayze ended up with for whatever reason.
The girl that Swayze ended up with suffered from terrible 80s hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I think she looks great. She was just in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
There was something.
Yeah.
There was something. I don't know what it is. Couldn't put my
The
finger on it.
80s.
The 80s.
Yeah, there was a costume designer and a makeup artist that put her together and went, yeah, that's exactly what we want to see.
And they were
Like, a
wrong.
perfectly attractive woman ruined by staff.
And the guy down at the spray tan salon that turned it up to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
It
woman
goes
with
to
teased
11, that's one
bangs did her
more.
hair, and
Yeah, Sam Elliott was the only person who had good hair in this movie. I used to have hair like Sam Elliott, and it made me miss having hair like that.
Yeah, I had hair like that for a while.
You never had hair like that.
Yes, I did.
he did.
Yes, I did. Thank you, Jamie.
So back
Yeah.
to it. One of my final points. When Swayze's going through the thing, getting his revenge, killing everybody silently, being all magical kung fu like a ninja, or as I like to say, a swinja.
Oh, well done.
And my last point is that this movie, I feel, would have been much better and much more timeless if it was made as a Western, where instead of a bouncer, he was just the new sheriff.
And Sam Elliott was the main guy.
That's what they were doing, though.
This movie is a
like,
Western.
Just
Just modern.
just like Big Trouble in Little China, they're trying to update the Western feel to the 80s. Like that's exactly what they're doing here.
Guy
don't
rides
say-
into town.
Don't say
Yeah.
it should be a Western. They're trying to take Western stories and bring them to the present.
It is
like
a
that's
Western.
the whole point.
It is a Western.
But it doesn't
It
work.
really is, isn't it?
That's the whole point.
He's the
How
drifter.
the fuck does he get away?
Your mom's a
He
drifter.
tears out a
Hey,
dude's
what, hey,
throat.
I'm
I was talking
agreeing
about
with you.
James. Sorry.
Hey, that's
Tears
my
out a
mom.
dude's throat. A bunch of dudes shoot a guy to death in his own home. They don't fucking have forensic science in the 80s? Seriously? I mean,
It's a Western.
The whole town rises up and kills the bad guy.
Swayze.
By the way, I really think after like the third gunshot or so, he wasn't gonna make it. I mean, from there it was kind of just excessive. Like they could have just stopped.
Honestly, well, are you complete, James?
yeah, I'm complete.
All right.
As a real true Western, I would have liked it a lot more. As it is, it's so weird.
So, who is next?
I
Colin
think
or
Colin
Jamie?
was chomping at the bit.
Yeah, Colin.
I do have some things to say about Roadhouse.
Oh, good.
First of all, I agree with everybody about everything, including the things I disagree with.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
I grok your mouth music.
It's already been mentioned. Eric kind of covered this before, but I just want to mention that at this time during the era, at this period of movie making, when they had the R rating, they were not fucking around. These days, somewhere around 1995, they figured out that if you make every movie PG-13, then more people will come and see it because young, kids can come in without their parents, blah, blah, blah. More money. So every movie in the world is PG-13. Usually the sassiest character drops the F-bomb once, and everybody chuckles.
And you
a little
only
bit,
get that one.
and that's all you get. Yeah.
Yep.
But in the 80s, they were making some R-rated movies. If they already had the R, they were like, well, fuck it. Let's have cars explode and titties everywhere and blood and people are going to say fuck at every opportunity and it's going to be crazy. I was reminded of this, actually, when I rewatched Back to the Future the last time, because I think that movie's only PG, but Marty McFly has a foul mouth.
He says shit a lot.
Yes, he does. Every swear that you can get away with within the rating of that movie, he drops over and over and over. He's a foul little shit. Marty McFly, pretty rude. and Roadhouse rides hard on its R rating. You've got inexplicable boobs. And and by the way, ladies, no woman in Roadhouse is immune. You will show your boobs. The girl that surprisingly turns out to be the evil girl, the bad guy's girlfriend ish. I don't know. The
blonde with the huge hair.
Yeah. Yeah,
and superhuman
and boobs,
powers.
I guess.
Yeah, she was
yeah.
legitimately
She's
hot.
the one that's iron.
Maybe not the hair,
Yeah,
but
she's
everything
iron.
else.
She was pretty hot. Like I'm with James on that. She was hot. The hair, yeah, but like otherwise pretty hot. And she's
The only girl that we didn't see her boobs was the singer that came and gave Swayze breakfast.
Right.
Yep.
I saw
yeah,
his ass.
Yeah, the like
Right.
tomboy like waitress.
Yes.
Yeah, but like even that super hot girl, you didn't see him at first, and I thought that she must not have had boobs in her contract. No, they were just saving them. Like, so that's always sticks out to me whenever I watch movies from around this time.
Yeah, before the internet, if you went to see an R movie, better get your money's worth.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's why you looked forward to an R-rated movie. What's it rated? R. Oh boy. Nowadays, R just means it's depressing, or or it's like torture porn. Did anybody else catch that this is secretly like a Bruce Lee movie? While it is a Western, it's also a Kung Fu movie. Like, this is basically the movie Big Boss, also known as Fists of Fury, where dude rolls up in town and there's the evil rich guy that controls everything. And so Kung Fu guy, who doesn't want to fight anybody, and like says several times at the beginning of the movie, I'm not going to fight anybody, but look how fucking ripped I am. Eventually just ends up beating enough ass that he saves the day. Except in Big Boss, actually, he doesn't save the day and he just loses. But, Big Boss does not have a fun ending. Fist of Fury, or whatever you want to call it. But like,
yeah, but also, Bruce Lee go to college for. Do you remember? Philosophy.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. So that's like, yeah, and the whole there's a whole bunch of stuff about like Swayze's character is totally absolutely Bruce Lee. Like he's Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon,
I see
and
that.
in every Bruce Lee movie ever. Like he's just a white Bruce Lee,
Except he's Swayze.
Except he's Swayze, right?
Except he's Swayze, which makes him kind of Bruce Lee cool also. Like, so I realized that around the time when he was like fighting Jimmy. So around the same time I realized that
was he the guy with the equal moves?
Yeah, ish. Except
he pose a threat.
Yeah, ish. Except while he's fighting him, I was like, "This guy sucks. Patrick Swayze's gonna beat his ass. This guy sucks. Look at him. This guy blows. Damn, fuck Jimmy." That was me through that whole scene, which is funny because actually Swayze is getting kind of wasted during that. Like he's getting his ass beat, but the whole time I'm like, "Look at this clown. Fucking Jimmy, you ain't shit. Get him, Patrick." I was like, I was really I was pretty enthusiastic about Swayze in this movie. Like, I've certainly never disliked Swayze. I've always thought he was pretty cool. But
he was good. He delivered his lines with conviction.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, honestly,
Yes.
he's a pretty good actor. Like, the more I start, not only, like, before I started thinking about this, excuse me, wow, okay, words are hard.
I know, right?
I started thinking about this before I actually watched Roadhouse, but I'm actually pretty bummed out that Swayze's not around anymore.
Yes.
He was really cool.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and he did put on great performances. And, he was ripped and all that stuff, but like Kurt Russell is sort of like Patrick Swayze plus goof. Patrick Swayze and Goofy had a kid, it would be Kurt Russell. Because
Yes.
Kurt's a pretty sexy dude, and and he can be a tough guy and everything, but he also just has this like sort of like doofiness about him that just kind of makes him really goofy and relatable. But like Swayze, Swayze is almost like Kurt Russell's dad, like Sam Elliott is almost Patrick Swayze's dad in this movie.
This is a weird family.
I know.
It's a cool family, though.
Oh, I know. Don't you like?
My
come
family.
on, how tripped out would you be if like you were in school?
Your mom would like you to be part of that family too.
Eric.
Danger zone.
Oh, Eric.
Sorry.
Oh no.
You just dropped the turkey.
Sorry, it was there. I had to say it.
Oh man. Okay. So you're okay.
God, I remember Olinda, but I can't remember what that's from.
Was that from?
It's from my mom dropping the turkey on Thanksgiving and my dad being a dick about it.
Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right.
The punchline to that story being, yes, they are divorced. So yeah, like, I mean, how tripped out would you be if Patrick Swayze was your buddy and you went over to his house one day and his dad was Sam Elliott? Like, this guy was, because Sam Elliott to me struck me as he first hits the screen as Wade Garrett, and I the only thing I can think is, oh my god, that's somebody's stepdad.
Wade sounds like a stepdad.
Wade Garrett. Of course, your mom hooked up with some dude named Wade Garrett. Of course, he's a fucking bouncer at a bar, you know. And of course, he's like fucking Zen master, cool. Like this is totally the like stepdad starter kit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, salt and pepper, but ripped, like tattoos and full of wisdom, yet has like the shittiest job in the world. You know, like, so like, I love the character, and I love Sam Elliott, and yeah, now the mustache thing is explained. And I'm kind of rambling on about Sam Elliott. Sorry. Swayze.
No,
he is your stepdad.
Swayze, however, Swayze's coolness led me to a conclusion as well. And that is that if you take any movie starring Nicolas Cage, and replace him with Patrick Swayze, it's 10 times better. With one exception. Now, I'll get to that in a second. But think about, like, now I know it's post-Swayze, unfortunately. Think about Kick-Ass. Patrick Swayze would have been fucking dope as Big Daddy. He would have.
The only argument I can make is
that's
adaptation.
The one. That's the exception.
Oh, okay.
Literally,
Hey,
that's the only movie.
I don't know. I think Swayze could have pulled it off.
You know what?
Swayze plays his own twin.
We've never seen fat, sad Swayze. It's untested.
Yep.
It's untested. We don't know. But
even like Nick Cage's most famous role of like leaving Las Vegas, I think Swayze could have nailed that too.
Like Raising Arizona, Swayze would have nailed it. Like,
I mean, look at maybe not Raising Arizona, because that's the one thing. I don't think Swayze could actually do comedy.
I don't think I've ever seen Swayze do comedy.
I don't think I have either. I think that he was always fucking
like
serious.
Saturday Night Live with him standing next to Chris Farley.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, even that. It was kind of.
You know what? Though?
You know, that was Chris Farley's show.
And Swayze's funny in that because he just plays it so straight. Playing it straight is a hugely important part of comedy. But like, I'm not.
Yes, it is.
I'm not sure about whether or not he could like be the goof by himself, because he may actually have been too cool for that. But I still say that the Nicolas Swayze theory holds, that if you replace Nicolas Cage with Patrick Swayze in any movie Nick Cage has ever been in, Face Off, yeah, give me Swayze for sure.
Yeah.
Con Air, are you fucking kidding me? Give me Swayze. Like that shit would have been so fucking dope.
You know,
even Moonstruck.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, and that's the thing about Swayze, is that he is in these incredibly shitty movies, but he pulls out the performance of a lifetime.
Yeah, like
he fucking means it when he does.
Like,
it.
Come on, like Roadhouse. Yeah. Okay, so those that enjoyed Roadhouse, and I did too. Mm-hmm. Let's be serious. Put anybody else in Roadhouse but Swayze, and it's shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Like, even Sam Elliott won't fix it, because he's like, the way they play off of each other is also like super great. Like, this movie needs Patrick Swayze to be enjoyable. Even the parts where he's ridiculous, where he's like, you know, his brilliant lines, like you're such an asshole. Like that's shitty even fight dialogue.
Pain doesn't hurt.
Can he get one good one-liner in like an action scene?
Yeah,
once?
No. In this movie, no, he cannot.
No.
All of the one-liners and all the action scenes are awful. Really terrible.
No.
Really terrible.
You were made for each other.
So even as cool as Swayze is, there's these moments in Roadhouse where he says something really dumb during a very intense fight scene or something, and you go, like even with Swayze's impregnable coolness, like you can't get past these moments without going, oh, okay.
Right.
That said, because it is Swayze and Sam Elliott, like, this movie's fun to watch. It's really not good, but it's not. Come on, it's not.
Yeah.
It's,
No, I'm with you.
it's not. This movie is a,
Yes.
This,
No,
this
it's
movie
not
has
good.
a stupid
That's-
concept.
No.
It's because it's really dumb. This guy's the best bouncer in the world. That's that's the thing. This is so. It's
That's the hook, you see.
It's a thing.
Puts the butts in the seats.
No, listen, this guy. See, he's a bouncer, but he's not just a bouncer. He's the best. He's the best.
But then he learned from the
He
best.
learned from the legend. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no fucking bouncer society where these guys like have a network. They don't have a meeting.
We don't know. We don't know that.
Dude,
John has a thought on
John.
that.
These are guys that could not get jobs at Hollywood Video when that was a thing. I worked the door at a bar for seriously like 3 nights one time. I don't know how my life got me there, but like that is not a job that you get from your qualifications. Like, it's not, you don't bring in your resume and be like, yeah, I fixed up this place. You know, you go, yeah, I'm not doing anything on Saturdays, and I have a grumpy face. Okay, you're hired.
I worked at the door at a roller skating rink.
That's some hardcore
Oh,
shit.
man.
Do you have to card people?
I had to kick people out. I did. I was the bouncer at a roller skating rink for a little while.
And there was a secret cabal that you belonged to of other badass roller rink boxers, right? Bouncers.
No, there wasn't.
Damn it, Eric!
Roadhouse, fun to watch, only because Swayze was uncompromisingly cool. We miss Swayze. Swayze's better than Nicolas Cage. Sam Elliott's sweet. I'm out.
Correct on all counts.
Yes. Jamie, that leaves you.
First note I had is woohoo, Ferrari Testarossa.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So that was the first car that you see in the movie. And all the credits were in pink, which I thought was really interesting. Then we see big, glorious mullets.
Oh.
All glorious, big, glorious hair. And then I determined later that every male under 40 has a mullet. Anyone over 40 has, like, either balding shit or whatever. But everyone under 40, mullet. Or a variation on the mullet.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good look. It was a good
It
look.
was a simple
It
time.
was a good look.
It was a time when people
Captain Planet was really in.
when people were business in the front
Party in the
and they were
It
all
was
party
not
in
a
the
good
back.
look for anyone. Ever. Only Patrick Swayze can get away with a mullet.
Captain Planet.
Secret.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a mullet.
He was
He had a
modeled
green
after
mullet.
Patrick Swayze does. So
That
Surprised
makes
you didn't
sense.
know that. Next line I have is time to sweep the eyeballs. Because somebody said it's the kind of place that you got to sweep up the eyeballs after the night. Not one eyeball, but multiple eyeballs. Because there's eyeballs all over the floor, apparently. The dancers on the dance floor look like they're having a bunch of seizures, like just arms and shit flailing everywhere, which is great. All right. Next note's about Swayze. I said some of Patrick Swayze's characters should be named Patrick Swayze. Just like Jackie Chan does in his movies. Because in a lot of his movies, he's just Jackie, right?
Yep.
Some of them he should be Patrick Swayze, and people should refer to him as Swayze.
Yeah, just like in this movie, everybody called him Dalton. They should
I know.
still call him
I've
Swayze.
always wanted
Should have been called Swayze.
You look
Oh, that's
delicious.
right. That's right on. That's right on. I'm serious. That's right on.
Yeah. Swayze just gave away a bitchin' Buick Riv to that bum, I guess.
Is that what they called Rivieras in the 80s?
That's what I call Rivieras. I don't know. Who does a peel out in a parking garage? Swayze. That's it. He does a peel out and he has to slam into the brakes so he doesn't hit the wall. Then there's the guy that says, "Here, hey, vodka on the rocks. How about we get nipple to nipple?"
Yeah.
And then she says, and I quote, "I can do that myself."
Well,
Yeah, that's boob.
How do you do
Didn't
that
quite
yourself?
get that one.
That's boob stuff.
That's boob stuff. I mean,
Yeah, she can
kind
touch
of
them together.
A squish, but like I remember seeing her boobs later in the movie. She had like the Rock implant ones that were like under each armpit, so I don't think that could happen.
You're calling her out on her bullshit. I can do that myself. No, you can't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When the boss changes the for a great fuck, he turns it to for a great music.
I love
I
that.
thought that was pretty clever. I liked that.
Yeah.
I would have never thought of that. Okay, now here's where we start talking about the music. I know James said it was crappy music and he wasn't into it at all. I happen to love that music. Like, this kind of reminds me of Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Ooh,
yes.
Like his type of stuff.
Yes, absolutely. This
So,
was
like,
absolutely. It's
guy-
Texas Southern blues.
Right. This guy, Cody, obviously he's a blind guy and he's got the guitar on his lap and it doesn't look right to me. I was like, if you're blind, you could just play the guitar regular. I don't know why you're going to play it on your lap. So I looked it up and the guy, and at the beginning of the movie, it said, this is Jeff Healey. This is the Jeff Healey Band. And he provides most of the music for the whole movie. And I looked up some videos and stuff, and this guy is like totally fucking legit, and he totally plays
Whoa,
like that,
really?
with the guitar on his lap. Yeah, with the guitar
Nice.
on his
No
lap,
kidding.
and he does like all this lead shit and everything. It's like, God, I kind of like this guy, and like he's got like all these great covers of stuff, and then he's got his own songs, and there's some really funny YouTube clips of like him with a huge permed mullet. Definitely a product of his time. But he was blind since he was 5 years old, and he developed his unique style by playing in his lap. Although in the movie, when you look at him and he's like kind of like strumming guitar and shit, he's totally like faking it. He's not even singing into the mic. He's like, he's like doing a Stevie Wonder when there's like music or when they're singing. So,
well, like at the beginning of the movie, I thought he was playing a pedal steel instead of just like having a guitar on his lap.
Yes,
because like
this
you
is
can sit
actually-
down and play
yeah.
a pedal steel like that. But
yeah, you're supposed to. And this is kind of like this is my second viewing. The first time I saw it, I assumed that's what he was playing. But then when I
Yeah.
saw it closer, it's like, oh, that's an actual guitar. So I looked into him, and I kind of like his band, Jeff Healey Band.
I've
So you're
heard
telling
of
me
that.
the guy who played the blind dude that plays the guitar in his lap is a blind dude that plays the guitar in his lap?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Swayze.
Get the fuck out
You're
of
so
here.
Swayze.
In the movie, his name is Cody, but in real life, it's Jeff Healey, and he's got the Jeff Healey Band, and he fronts it,
Man,
sitting playing guitar. You should look him up. He's like freaking
that's
awesome.
so cool.
And he sounds a lot like Stevie Ray. Next note is the man loves his rivs because he just goes and buys another one. The second one he buys in the new town is another riv.
Oh, yeah?
Riviera. Excuse me. Sorry.
no, you didn't say rib. I didn't know that was a thing.
Then I have this note, but then it kind of makes sense later as to what's the point of having the Mercedes if he only drives it from town to town? Why does he have to buy a new car? It's because when he's in a new town, everybody will fuck up his car.
Yes.
So okay,
That's
I
why he
gotcha.
bought 3 spare tires when he got to the junkyard
Right.
in the
That
first
also
town.
explained that. So
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that, and it's like, oh, I answered my own question. Then he refers to when he's doing the talk to all the guys, all the staff, and it's like, okay, this is what's going to happen. You're out. And he says, we're dealing with 40-year-old adolescents, power drinkers, and trustees of minor chemistry. And I'm like, trustees of minor chemistry.
Drug addicts.
Drug addicts, I guess. Drug dealers. Something that have to do with drugs.
Meth.
Yeah, I had to stop and think about that one for a
You got to
second.
do
though.
chemistry to make meth. So
Yeah.
that's what it is, I think.
Next note I have is about Steve doing sex in the back room. That's we already went over that, which I think was like she was underage, but like, so if she didn't have her ID, she showed a credit card. But if it's her credit card, she would have to be 18 to get the credit card. So hopefully it's her credit card.
Right.
Okay.
So she's just
And leaving
underage.
it
She's
at that.
just
drink.
she's underage to drink, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm hoping that's that line. Something for the lady, Swayze ass.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
she brings him
Not just for the ladies anymore.
It's also for Jimmy.
Right. All for Jimmy. Swayze the health nut. He won't eat the donut, but he smokes like a chimney. It's the 80s.
Swayze burns clean fuel. Oh, he only takes high grade. 93 octane. Whatever. Stuff.
I have a lot of notes in here about cars. The worst era for the Mustang. The, what's his name? Wesley. Drives his Mustang and he's swerving all over the rounds, all over the road singing, Shaboom, I think.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. But, like, I hate
that really
Mustang.
is.
It's that hatchback, and they put a V8 in it. It's like the stupidest, dumbest thing ever. And he's got one. I forgot about the sweaty Tai Chi. I completely forgot that he was like a kung fu master or something. And Wesley's thugs drive a monster truck. Figures. I also thought it was funny when the guys were staking out they were like waiting for the guy to leave or something. They were staking out in the monster truck. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that as
It's very inconspicuous.
Very inconspicuous, sitting 6 feet high.
Who are those guys?
I'm pretty sure there's only one monster truck in that town. In the county.
You don't know Missouri. No, you don't know Missouri. You don't know Missouri. That's what they make in Missouri. It's monster trucks. That's what they do.
Next note I have is, even in this movie, even with feathered hair, Sam Elliott is fucking dope.
Yes.
He's
Yes,
fucking
he
dope.
is.
I am so
fucking dope.
And then I have
the guy,
a note
man.
here about I got to see more Sam Elliott movies, because man, that voice, that look, the mustache, everything. He's just so fucking awesome.
Yes. Yes, he is.
And he's obviously my favorite part of this movie.
He's amazing.
Yep. All hair was so feathered and teased. What a stupid fucking time. That's all I got. Nice boot knife glisten. When the guy comes in with the boot knife, they put like this little cartoon ting on it.
So many touches. It's like that's dedication right there. That shows quality work.
Attention to detail.
Yep.
Did anybody notice who Ernie, the new bartender, was?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's
Who was
a
it?
character actor. He's been in tons of shit. He's Navy.
You know his name.
He's the Navy guy.
His name is Keith David.
Yeah, Keith David. He was on Community. He was on the latest season of Community.
Wait. Keith David.
Yes.
The guy from freaking
Yes.
They Live who fought.
Yes, he fought Rowdy Roddy in They Live. Yes.
I didn't realize that he was the guy.
The same.
He had one
the
line.
Same. Yep.
That voice, that awesome voice of his, had one line.
I love Keith
And
David.
it was, what was it, like, we need more whiskey or some shit like that. But that was his only fucking line. With a voice that cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was definitely undercast. He should have been somebody more.
He's in my favorite video game of all time.
Mass Effect?
Which one?
What's that, Johnny?
That would be Saints Row 4.
Ah.
He plays Keith David. He's the vice president of the United States.
That's your favorite game, Saints?
Have you ever played the Saints?
I
games?
just finished the third one. I really want to get the fourth one.
Oh, so good. So
the third
good.
one's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
When Swayze and Doc are gonna, quote, share a moment, he actually was gonna leave the radio on the 80s hair metal. He puts on that like rockin' shit. He's like, eh? And she's like, no, you idiot. He's like, yeah, you're right. No.
Sorry, I'm retarded.
Sorry, I
It's like, oh, right, we're
almost
gonna have
played some
sex,
good
right?
music
Okay.
there for a second. I forgot what movie we were in.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, she didn't want to fucking hear Twisted Sister
Def
like you do, or Def Leppard.
Yeah, I guess he figures like, oh, right, you wanted to have sex. All right, let's find something for that. The double douche.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Sam Elliott calls
Sam
it
Elliott
the double
pronounces
douche.
it the double douche.
So that's what I'm going to call it.
Yep.
I definitely need to see more Sam Elliott movies. I just saw Sam Elliott's pubes, and it didn't bother me that
Wow,
much.
yeah!
Yeah. No, I remember that, and I guess it didn't bother me that much either.
No, not enough to really care one way or another.
You know?
They're dark.
You just don't see very many man pubes in movies. You really don't. Like,
You really don't.
you don't. And it didn't.
But
it didn't
if you gotta
bother me
see
that
any-
much. I know if I had to choose, I wouldn't have thought of Sam Elliott's, but I suppose I suppose that's probably top 5. Like, if I could think of 5 I wanted to see, but I'll take it.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't say I wanted to see Sam's pubes. I said it didn't bother me.
Right. You're not sitting there thinking, boy, you know who would really make this movie? What would really tie it together? If I could
tie it together like the rug in the living room.
If I could just... Yeah.
Sam Elliott's pubes really bring the room together.
This is kind of a weird episode of Jon Hates Movies.
Hey.
Yeah, it is. There's
it's kind of a weird movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Currents,
I guess what did we
deeper
expect from
currents.
Roadhouse, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next note is the 80s panties with the blonde girlfriend up on stage.
Yeah.
I forgot about these. The granny height to where they cover the belly button, but then they're cut real high on the legs so it shows more leg. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was like the way all the like bathing suits and like workout outfits were back then.
Yeah.
And then I just write, what did I say? What a fucking stupid time.
Nice button on that. I like that.
You know, I think I thought the same thing when I saw that. I was like, what a horrible time the 80s were. Like, that's awful.
Those look fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The pool cue master, who I think is called Jimmy,
Yeah.
the guy who fucks guys in prison. Obviously, he has the only kung fu skills to match Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's all I. That's the only note I have. He's the only one that's a match because he could take down 3 guys at once with kung fu. And that's why he has a monster truck to drive through showrooms to make a point. Like I guess that's why he has it, like for stakeouts and for driving through car showrooms. So,
but when he bought it, he was like, I can use this for stakeouts.
All right. Houses and shops and cars in this town don't just catch fire; they explode.
Yep.
I guess it's because it's an action movie, and if things just can't catch on fire, they have to explode. Like just everything, like houses and shacks and Mercedes with a single shotgun shot can blow up an entire Mercedes. I guess. Why not?
It's their grenade collections.
Yeah, in their car, in his car.
They trade that shit like Pokemon.
Next note I have is we must kung fu fight down by the river.
Drives up in the ATV. Fucking laugh.
Now you must fight the bear.
I'm evil.
And then the bad guy pulls out a gun and says, "I'm going to kill you the old-fashioned way." Now I'm kind of thinking, isn't kung fu older than guns?
Comparatively speaking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So So actually, the old-fashioned way would have been to kung fu him to death. So that guy's an idiot. Signature fatality, throat rip.
Ew.
Yes.
That wasn't the best impression, but it was definitely, you know where I'm going with that. Fatality.
It definitely belongs in Mortal Kombat, that's for sure.
Yes.
If only Swayze was a playable character.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Man.
Like a downloadable character for the new one?
I know why they kept him out, though. It's clearly a balance issue.
Oh, yeah, it'd be too overpowered.
Yeah.
OP.
He's definitely OP.
You can't kill Sam Elliott, you bastards. So. I want revenge. So at this point, everybody can die. I don't care.
That's exactly what Swayze thought, too.
That's why, like, me and him were, like, on the same level. Pat was... wavelength. Like, thought process. Right.
You guys were bros in this.
The old bartender guy was scratching his back with a shotgun when the Mercedes came flying over. I thought that was funny. He had like a pump action. He's just like itching his back with it. Then comes the whole scene with the, nidging everybody to death in the background. And then
Swinja.
He should have killed Wesley in like 2 punches or 1 throat rip. But they have a fight. Why is this guy even How can he even stand up to 2 punches from Swayze?
Like Swayze should
Like,
have
he's
just
an older guy,
absolutely wrecked him.
I mean, because he's the final boss.
And that's the only reason.
He's Shang
He's got a
Tsung.
name tag,
Right.
He's actually absorbed the souls from all the people in town who have died, so he's
Or all the
kind of
people who took money from.
yeah, so he's pretty tough at this point.
And then when Swayze's standing over him about to do the throat rip, or the Kali Ma of his throat, when he was holding his hand there and it was shaking, I just went, Kali Ma! But then he didn't do it. But then he took 4 shotgun blasts to die before going down. So that's one tough villain.
Telling you.
Or big boss or whatever.
Yep.
So overall, 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason it doesn't have 5 is just some minor ridiculous shit, of the 80s. There's some really dumb shit in this movie. But it is a lot of fun. 4 stars worth of fun. This is 80s movie cheese dick all over the place. From the hair to the Ferrari to the everything. But it's a whole lot of fun. I don't know if anybody younger than, I guess, Eric would really get it as much. I'm not even sure Eric gets it.
Hey, I'm the young one here.
You're the baby.
Yeah, the 31-year-old baby on the podcast. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
What are you talking about, Eric? I'm not 30 yet.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. Nope, not 30. Yep. Nope.
So I wouldn't say I love this movie, but I do like it a good deal. So
4 out of 5, perfect score.
Yeah.
Swayze.
4 out of 5, perfect score.
4 out of 5, perfect score. Well, gosh. Okay. So once again, I find myself in the position where pretty much everything has been said. What else can I say about Roadhouse that hasn't been already covered? Honestly, I love this movie. I really think that this should be one of the go-to 80s films. And I'm kind of surprised. I mean, yeah, it's bad. But look, this movie's a lot of fun. This movie's one of those movies that if you missed it, it actually is worth a watch. I think in a weird sort of way, it holds up.
It does.
In a really weird sort of way, because it's like a bubble of a time that should not be. And nothing that happens in this movie should work at all. But it does, and it works gloriously.
John, the answer is that you and I are merely mortal, but boobs shall live forever. And that's why this movie works.
I think the magic is more than just boobs.
I think it's boobs and mullets.
I think it's more than just mullets, Colin.
The magic was
Sam
Swayze
Elliott
all along.
I think the magic was in you.
It's that Swayze's a ghost and he's still with us.
I wish.
There is a little Swayze in all of us.
I'd take some Swayze in me, if you know what I'm saying.
I would too. I would take Swayze's hair right now.
I just want to
All right,
smell
ladies and gentlemen, as we sort of drift away in our Swayze haze,
our hazy,
the Swayze haze.
Crazy Swayze haze.
we are going to take a short break, and we will be back.
The Swayze haze.
I'm gaze for Swayze.
The gaze Swayze haze. Perfect.
We're all gazy.
We'll be right back.
We have all heard that Jon hates movies. Jon hates bad movies. But there's one thing he hates even more than that. Being forced to watch bad movies. But you guys, you love it, don't you? You sick, twisted little freaks! Well then, I have got some news that'll make your little sadistic heart jump with joy. You, the listener, can once again force us to watch bad movies. How do you do it? Well, it's simple. Every podcast will ask you, a podcast question of the week. It'll be a simple question like, if you had all the time and money in the world, who would you eat? Simply post your answer to the Jon Hates Movies Facebook page with your listener suggestion. Do not post the question on the Facebook page. If you post the question, your post will be deleted and you will be disqualified for that week. Only post your answer. If you want to win, you have to listen to the goddamn podcast. Every week a winner will be chosen. From there, it only gets more complicated. Every 3 weeks, the winners will be assigned randomly to one of our panels to play the game. That winner will be forced to choose your movie. We watch your horrendous movie, and you're forced to listen to our podcast. Everybody wins. And as always, thanks for listening to Jon Hates Movies.
This week's question: tell us about your favorite dive bar. And we're back! That's right, we're back from our Swayze haze and ready to play the game. Eric!
Oh. All right, guys. There are weeks where I show up with some pretty inventive stuff, and we try to really do some fun things with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This week's game is pretty easy.
All right.
Because this movie had a lot of things that 14-year-old Eric loved. One of those things was monster trucks. And the other thing was there were some WWE wrestling moves in this movie. There was a guy that picked up another dude and spiked him at the bar.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play a simple game of wrestler or monster truck.
Interesting.
Where I'm going to say a series of words to you, and you're going to have to tell me whether that's a wrestler or a monster truck.
Nice.
Yeah!
Wow.
So 80s. This is perfect.
Okay.
I know. On point, Eric.
Oh boy.
Shit, I should probably actually pick out a movie because I might win this one.
I know. John, when I was like, yeah, that actually sounds like a fun idea for a game, I was like, well, John's probably going to win it. So, yeah, we'll just see. Okay, so anyway, John, I have it written down that you go first.
Yay!
So, here we go. John, your first person or machine or whatever is the Viking.
That's a monster truck.
That's a wrestler. I'm sorry. The wrestler in question is named John Nord, and he wrestled from 1991 to 1993. Yeah, Colin, a Nord.
You stupid excuse for a Nord.
No. So this is just rapid fire, and at the end, cumulative number of points wins. Next up is James.
Yes.
James. Lil Giant. What is Lil Giant?
That's a wrestler.
That's a monster truck. I'm sorry. Lil Giant was driven by Ricky Romanani.
This game is so much fun. I don't care if I win.
Jamie.
Yes.
What is the Executioner?
Oh shit. That's a monster truck.
That's a wrestler.
God
damn it! The wrestler in question's real name was Paul Pershman.
Oh, obviously.
Okay. Right.
Wow, well, I can see why he went by the Executioner.
Colin.
Yes.
Maniac.
Monster truck.
Monster truck!
What?
Yes! Colin has a point.
What? Colin wins with one.
The Maniac was driven by a guy named Don Frankish.
Ooh, John
Why didn't he call it John Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Frankenstein?
I think they made the Maniac and then just found a dude to drive it.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think I had a toy of the Maniac when I was a kid.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
John, we're back around to you. And your person or thing in question is the Wizard.
Of course it is. Tough one.
Oh, man. This has got to be a monster.
It's a wrestler.
Oh, you're kidding me! I've never heard of
So much
The Wizard was Bruce Pritchard, and he wrestled from 1988 to 2008.
You're kidding me!
No, I'm not.
The Bruce
Wizard,
God,
Bruce
I
Pritchard.
gotta watch that guy.
You're telling me this dude was still wrestling in 2008?
Yes.
Oh my god.
How did we
Ric
miss
Flair
this?
still wrestles.
Okay, James, you're up.
Yeah.
The Wizard.
James,
Mm-hmm.
your thing is the Giant Machine.
Oh,
God
man.
damn it. This is going to be a wrestler.
Okay, yes, correct. Bonus points for anybody who can tell me who we know the Giant Machine better as.
The Big Show.
Nope.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. Bonus point for John.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before he was Andre the Giant, he was called the Giant Machine.
What?
Andrei Rusmanov.
Andre the
Or
Giant
Rusima.
is so much better.
Yeah, the Giant Machine is a stupid name for Andre the
Okay,
Giant.
James, John, and Colin, you're on the board. Jamie, you have a chance right
Oh,
here.
God.
And Jamie, your thing in question is Mohawk Warrior.
Shit.
Wrestler.
Monster Truck,
God
I'm sorry.
damn it! That doesn't
Colin,
make any fucking sense. Wait, who
Yes,
drove it?
All right.
a guy named George Ballhand.
I knew
A
it.
guy named Hulk Hogan.
George Ballhand drove the Mohawk Warrior.
That's funny.
I
That's my
should have
wrestling
known
name,
ball
actually.
hand.
Colin,
Classic ball hand. Yes.
the Mauler.
Wrestler.
Monster Truck.
I knew that one. I knew that one was a monster truck.
I love this game.
God
Okay,
damn it. I should have known.
John.
Yeah.
Roadkill. I
is a
picked I
toughie.
picked ones that were ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is certainly a tough one.
It can only be one thing.
Yes, and I am going to say that Roadkill is a wrestler.
Correct.
Yeah! Oh, damn, John.
That's not the one thing I thought it was.
Roadkill's Christian name was Michael DePoli. All right, John's on the board with 2. James, here's your chance, and your thing is the Canadian tough guy.
Oh man,
First
I
off,
want that to be a
that's
wrestler.
It's so fucking stupid. The Canadian tough guy. Good one.
Fuck. Monster truck.
Correct.
Nice.
The Canadian tough guy was driven by Pierce Knight.
Dude, that's such a great wrestler name.
I know.
Jamie,
Oh god. All right.
this is your chance to get on the board.
Yeah.
Your thing is Aftershock.
Aftershock.
Yes.
I think it's a monster truck, so I'm going to say it's a wrestler.
It was a monster truck. Oh, I'm playing you guys. Next up is Colin with a chance to tie
yes.
James and John for first place. And Colin, your thing is Super Machine.
That's ridiculous.
I'm so psyched out. This is terrible.
This is hard.
Monster truck.
It's a wrestler.
Stop hitting wrestler's machine.
It just got the name machine in it. It's a much
stop,
wrestler.
and stop calling Monster Trucks Guy.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Next up is John. John, your thing is Backwards Bob.
I think that's a porn star.
I think I've seen that movie.
Backwards Bob is a monster truck.
It is a monster truck.
Oh, man.
And it's actually a pretty notable monster truck that's been driven by like 7 different dudes. So John, 3 points. He's leading right now. James, you're up next. James, your thing is the vampire.
Oh man. I'm gonna go with wrestler.
It's a wrestler. Yeah. James and John tied for first.
Oh,
doing stuff. You know what those Barrett boys were watching back in the fucking 80s. Wrestling in fucking monster trucks.
Look like them Barrett boys are at it again.
So, Jamie, this, I think, is your chance to get on the board.
I just want
and
one.
Get back into the game.
Give me one.
So, Jamie, your thing is Awesome Kong.
Wait, what? Awesome?
Awesome Kong. Kong. Awesome Kong. Yeah.
Monster truck.
It's a monster truck. Jamie's on the board. Oh, boy.
I don't
Colin.
suck completely.
That's me.
Colin, your thing is... Okay, I did leave a couple of easy ones in here. Your thing is Boogie Van.
Come on!
Colin, was the Boogie Van a dude or a monster?
It was a monster truck.
Yes.
He already had a bunch of points.
Yay!
No, Colin has.
Now I have 2 points.
Yeah, at the end of round number 4, John has 3, James has 3, Jamie has 1, Colin has 2. So
he has twice as many points as I do.
We still have a bunch more to go. So here we go.
Oh wow!
You know who else?
So this is still anybody's game.
Oh yeah, this is still anybody's game. Like I'm just going through these quick because like I have a ton. All right, so next up is John. John, your thing is Da Beast.
Is that D-A Beast?
D-A Beast. Da Beast.
That's a monster truck.
That's a wrestler.
Oh no!
James, your thing is Black Knight.
Monster truck.
It's a monster truck. Jamie, your thing is Executioner number 1.
What?
Oh.
Executioner number 1.
You got me with Executioner before, didn't you? That was my first one, I thought.
Maybe.
I think so.
This is Executioner number 1.
That's got to be a monster truck.
It's a dude. It's a fucking wrestler.
Number 1? What the fuck?
Yes. Executioner number 1 was a dude named Dwayne Gill.
This is a stupid game.
No, I don't think it's the game's fault. I think it's the stupid world we live in.
Colin!
Yes.
Your thing is called Clydesdale.
Oh, no. It's a monster truck.
It's a monster truck!
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
So, Colin and John are tied with 3.
Hell
James is in first with 4. Going into round number whatever. John, your thing is Slam Master. Slam Master J.
Oh.
It's gotta be a
porn star.
Be a wrestler. It's gotta be a wrestler.
It's a wrestler.
Oh, thank God. I would be so disappointed.
James, your thing is Mighty Molly.
I'm pretty sure that's a drug.
I've taken that before. I'm gonna go with a wrestler.
It's a wrestler. Oh, James staying out in front.
Damn.
Man.
Jamie.
Yep.
Your thing is Cyclone.
Oh, come on.
Shit. You know what, John?
Yeah.
I do too.
Too.
Oh, come on, guys. Monster truck.
It's a monster truck.
Oh, yeah.
Damn right it is.
Colin.
Yes.
Yours.
For my friend.
Yours is Destroyer.
Wrestler.
It's a monster truck. Yes, this game is bullshit, but I think it's funny.
It's only bullshit if you're picking names that are both and just deciding who wins.
I printed these lists off of Wikipedia. I don't know.
No,
Whatever.
I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're fine.
John, you're next up. Your thing is 8 Ball.
8 Ball's a monster truck.
That's a wrestler. James.
Yeah.
Yours is El Loco Hombre.
Oh my god. That's tough because it has man right in the name. It could be either. I'm gonna have to go with the. Should I follow the? Yeah, I'm gonna go with wrestler.
It's a monster truck. left John and Colin in the game with a monster truck. Jamie, sorry, you probably aren't in the game, but I'm still going to ask you a question.
It's so fun.
Jamie, your thing is the Blue Blazer.
I think it's an article of clothing.
Yes.
I think I have that.
I guess I haven't had a wrestler in a while. How about a wrestler?
It is a wrestler.
Wow.
A wrestler who is better known as Owen Hart.
Oh.
Owen Hart played the Blue Blazer for a while.
Any
okay, Jamie's on the
relation
board.
to Brett the Hitman?
Yes, I think it's his brother, right? I don't know. Whatever.
Who cares?
Colin, you're up next. Freak Show.
Monster truck.
Monster truck.
Damn it.
Okay. So we have we're doing 2 more rounds, and at the beginning of this second to last round, John has 4, James has 5, Jamie has 3, and Colin has 4. So Jamie, you are still in the game.
All right.
So
I only have to
John,
get 2 right, and everybody else has to get everything wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
It
as
could
weird
happen.
as
It
not
could
not
happen.
entirely impossible.
Right, because as Colin has already stated, this is bullshit. John.
Yes.
Johnny Nitro.
Oh Jesus. Wrestler.
Wrestler.
Yeah.
John's tied for first. James.
Mhm.
Goliath.
I'm gonna go with monster truck.
It's a monster truck. James.
Man.
James is killing it. James knows his wrestlers and monster trucks. Jamie, Ice Cream Man.
It has man in the name, Jamie. You know the answer. It's got man in the name.
If it has man in the name, it's got to be a monster truck.
It's a monster truck.
Fantastic.
Colin.
Yo.
Who says you don't learn anything on our podcast?
Colin, the Goon.
Wrestler.
It's a wrestler.
Damn it.
Okay, so last round, John has 5, Colin has 5, and James has 6.
Fuck, James.
And I have lost.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. So John.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me what Nasty Boy is.
Oh shit, does boy apply to?
The man? Yeah, I don't know.
Nasty Boy's a monster truck.
It's a monster truck.
Yeah!
Okay, so John is tied with James. I'm going to go to Colin next, actually.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, I'm going to go to Jamie next.
Why not?
Because I want you to answer as many questions as everybody else.
Okay.
Jamie, Gorilla Monsoon.
That sounds racist.
Shit.
Sounds awesome. Is what it
okay.
sounds.
How's gorilla spelled?
The normal way.
Aww.
With a like an
like
animal.
a monkey. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Just say monkey. Okay.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Gorilla what?
Monsoon.
Monsoon.
And John, you have to know what this is, right? No talk from John.
It sounds
Okay.
like a monster truck to me.
It's a wrestler.
God damn.
And it's like that's like one of the all-time wrestlers. He wrestled for 40 years from 1959 to 1999.
Wow.
Gorilla Monsoon. Okay, sorry, Jamie.
I don't know my redneck sports.
Hey! Wrestling
Okay.
is not redneck.
Yes, it is.
You know, when you were growing up at my age, superheroes sucked. So what did you have instead? You had wrestlers.
That's true. That's true.
They
Colin,
had fucking action figures, man.
Colin, this one is to get you in the tie for first.
No.
And your thing is Bobcat.
Oh, come on!
That is a monster truck.
I'm sorry. According to my thing, it is a wrestler.
That's what I said. I said wrestler.
Okay.
And I win.
And I win.
Well, it looks like we're down to the Barrett boys.
I knew a guy who had a Bobcat, actually.
James gets one more question to try to win it. And James, your thing is Phantom.
God damn.
Of course it is.
You'd think I'd know. I'm going to have to go with Monster Truck.
Oh, shit, guys. It's a monster truck!
Yeah!
James just won the game.
Oh, damn!
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, no!
James has been out in front the whole time, and he brought it home with the Phantom.
Yes.
Damn it.
I almost had
This
you.
is a game I could have won.
Well, you were close, man. You were the only one who got super close. Man, I got really fucking lucky.
All right, James, you won the game.
Yeah.
What are we watching?
All right.
Oh, James, and I'm going to break in before you do your thing. If we want to do a Thanksgiving movie, this is the time, but we don't have to.
Well, it's funny you say that because for the second time in Jon Hates Movies history, I'm going to do a Jon Hates Movies double feature. Now, before John mixes this, should let you know the first movie is only a half hour long. So
I know it.
We're going to do Kung Fury, and then after that, because we love 80s action movies so much, and this is such a nerd favorite, Kung Fury, and another movie to bring us up to around about the normal movie length. A movie about two bros who also happen to be turkeys. Freebirds.
Whoa.
Okay.
Kung Fury and Freebirds? Like a two movies?
Yeah, one's only like...
Kung Fury's only a
Fury's only
half hour movie.
Oh, okay.
And Freebirds is like an hour 20, so...
They pack a lot into that half hour, though.
Yeah, they do.
I just watched that at like twice the other night because it was playing over and over. The Halloween party I was at, Jessica was Kung Fury. Nobody fucking knew what it was.
Wow.
So we showed that movie like 3 times in the course of the party.
I haven't seen it.
It's a treat.
It's pretty
didn't
funny.
watch it for a very long time until Jamie told me to, and then I watched it and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I never watched this fucking movie.
It's all
right.
awesome, isn't it?
Yes, it is. All right, so here's what we're gonna
It's
do.
everything it's supposed to be.
We are... James has been angling for Freebirds since we started this podcast.
It's a Halloween. I mean, it's a Thanksgiving podcast.
I know. So you know what? We are going to watch Freebirds, and we're also going to talk a little bit about Kung Fury, just because James wants us to. And while it's not his birthday, we'll let him have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, next time you're going to be listening to Jon Hates Movies, you're going to be listening to a double feature of Kung Fury and Freebirds.
And not Swayze, I guess, apparently, for some reason.
No more Swayze, Hazy. So that'll be gobble gobble.
Is there even another Swayze movie on Netflix?
What movie on Netflix isn't a Swayze movie?
I'm going to say most of them.
What do you mean? Yeah,
Good night, everybody. A great big thank you to our staff graphic artist, Tabby Walters, the Weekly Cast, and our listeners. You can listen to our podcast on iTunes, the Stitcher app, through YouTube, or directly on our website. Feel free to send us a movie review suggestion. Every third episode is Listener Appreciation, where we choose from your suggestions. You can reach us through social media, either by liking our Facebook page, Jon Hates Movies YouTube channel, or following our Twitter at Jon Hates Movies. Our music was composed by Kevin MacLeod. You can find this track and many more on his website, incompetech.com. Thanks for listening, and tune in next week to hear someone say,
We've got some things we've got to do. Call me on my yard phone. Maybe we'll watch Roadhouse too.